Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, and train games. Today, featuring the latest in the Key series, Key Flow, designed by Richard Breeze, Sebastian Bleasdale, and Ian Vincent, published by Richard's company, R&D Games. So welcome everybody watching live around the world, as well as after the fact. I'm your host, Edward Euler, and, well, you know most of these folks.
I'm Jess.
I'm Ariel.
I'm Martin.
All right, so welcome to your first stream, Ariel.
Thank you.
All right, this should be a lot of time, or a good time. Before we get started, big thanks to all our 730 patrons who helped make this possible. Without them, this show does not exist, and I can't be doing this. So thank you to them. Special shout out to Ben Kutcher. Say thank you for being a patron and supporting the show. So Keyflow. Some folks have said it's Keyflower, but with drafting instead of auctions.
Okay.
It will be similar. It will feel similar to you as far as a theme and as far as mechanically, but I feel like these are apples and giraffes as far as the actual games themselves. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that said, we've all played it before. I'm going to bring the cameras down in the chat down for the teach. The teach is more involved than you would think. For as simple as you're going to see the game plays, there's actually a lot of stuff here that I need to go over with you guys. So be patient with that. Understand that it's going to be a thorough teach. And afterwards, we'll get started, and I'll bring the chat and the cameras back up. But y'all ready?
Yep.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Let's do this. Here we go. So in Keyflow, each player is the founder of a new village in the lands of Keydom, and you're trying to build the most productive village. Your village starts with a home card, and from there you build your village by drafting cards to show different fields, harbors, and buildings over the course of 4 seasons. By acquiring resources, moving them, and converting them, players will acquire victory points as well as through other tiles and upgrades. After 4 seasons, players count up their victory points, and whomever scores the most points wins the game. So you'll notice, and I'm noticing this is kind of a theme of our recent streams, there's no board. It's just a card game, all right? So there are 4 seasons, and there are regular numbered cards and K cards within each seasons. We have spring, summer, fall, and winter. There are 2 types of cards. There are village cards and keyple cards. I'll go into those more in a little bit. Just know that the different types are within the different decks. Then there are other components. There are resources, which are the resources are the wooden bits. So you have iron, which is the black ones, stone, which are the gray, wood, which are brown, and the gold, which are orangish, I guess. So go with that. Then there are 2 different types of skill tiles. There are single-sided, which are for random pulls, and double-sided. So there are 3 different types of skill tiles. There are anvils, pickaxes, and saws. And the single-sided, like I said, are for random draws, and double-sided are for specific rewards. In addition to that, there are keyple tokens, which show 2 different keyples on them. There are resource multipliers, which the resource multipliers here, bring them up. I'll be honest, we've yet to use them, but anytime you have 6 of a resource, you can use these in their stead. And then there are upgrade tiles here. Then over on the player tableaus are pretty simple here. So they start with a home card, which is the first card in each player's village. These are all identical except for the resources required to perform an upgrade here, as you can see. Then there is a store card here, and the store card basically is used to collect or any keyple cards that are from previous seasons. And then there are 5 winter cards that every player starts with. These are going to be some sort of end game goal, and so having 5 of them at the beginning of the game helps you choose, because at the beginning of winter, you're going to have to choose one of these and discard the other 4 that you may or may not see again, all right? So it kind of gives you a direction in which to go. So that's kind of everything that we're looking at. Now, how does the game play? Well, Keyflow takes place over the aforementioned 4 seasons, with each season having the same 4 phases. After the winter season, as I said earlier, tally up your victory points. Whoever scores the most wins. So phase 1, deal cards. Pretty simple. So we're going to deal out 1 season's worth of cards. Then in phase 2, we're going to draft and play cards. That is the meat of the game. In phase 3, keyple token actions. And then phase 4 is reset actions. So phase 1, here we go. Deal a hand of cards to each player from the current season deck. So it's going to be 6, 7, 8, and 9 cards respectively each player is going to get. This applies regardless of player count except for the 2-player game. The 2-player game is its own animal, so disregard this in regards to that. We start in spring, end the game in winter. That's phase 1, deal the cards. Okay, phase 2, draft and play cards. As I said, this is the meat of the game. This phase has as many turns as there were cards dealt to the players. 6, 7, 8, and 9 turns respectively. From their just dealt hand of cards, players select 1 card and place it face down in front of them, like so. Simultaneously, players reveal the card and either add it to their village, like so, or conduct an action depending on the type of card it is, or possibly discard the card altogether. Pass the remaining hands of cards to the player either on their left, depending on what season it is, or if it's the other seasons, pass to the player on the right, like so. Now that you have a new hand of cards, repeat that series of steps until all players have played the last card from their hand. So you just keep doing it. You'll do it 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Pretty simple, okay? So the actual mechanisms of how the draft works is as we just said. There are 3 possibilities when you play a card from your hand. So when we play a card down here like so, we're either going to play a village card and add it to our village, just like so, and what side you play it to is up to you. You can play a keyple card, and if you play a keyple card, you're going to play that keyple card above the village to use an action either in your tableau or your village, or possibly playing it to another player's tableau or village, okay? The last action is I could, instead of doing something, I could just discard it face down and then get a keyple token instead to add to my supply. So those are the 3 options that you're going to have when you play a card. Now, there are 2 types of cards in the game. There are keyple cards and there are village cards. And I'm going to take my home card out to be able to draw your attention to these. When you play a village card and a keyple card. When you play a village card, you're going to add it to your village. So just like I had said earlier, you have your home card and you add it to your village, either going out to the right or going out to the left. There are 2 types of village cards. If it has a road on it, like so, it will go, it's a road card or a village card. Another option is if that card has a river, it then gets played half offset to the bottom row. So you're going to have village cards at the top with roads on it and river cards along the bottom. Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
They must be adjacent to at least 1 other card in your village, meaning if I do so, I cannot leave a gap like this. However, if I play this here and I get a subsequent village card on another turn, I then could play it there, or I could play it there, okay? If, as I build my tableau here, if I choose, I then play this river card, and then maybe on a subsequent turn, I play another village card, I can leave gaps as long as it's adjacent to 1 card in my village, all right? Some road village cards have an action on them, as you can see here. These allow keyple cards to be played up above them, like so, to be able to activate those actions. Only the topmost visible panel can be activated, so if, as we go along, if these get upgraded, like so, this is the topmost visible panel, whereas at the beginning of the game, only the topmost is the one that is available to players. If a panel contains a yellow circle, which these are victory point indicators or victory points on it, it does not necessarily, it may not have an action. It grants victory points at the end of the game if it's the topmost panel. Okay. River cards are going to show various icons on them. Immediate rewards, these are the round ones down here at the bottom. The question mark here showing that you will take one mystery token, and that is where the mystery draw will come into place for the skill token, the one-sided there. Boats provide unique abilities or scoring depending on what it is, and those will cover from the rulebook as those come into play. And then there are animals, as you can see here. These may allow scoring of victory points at end game, but only if that player has cards that specifically say score sheep based on something or other. Okay? If I do not have something that says score sheep, this poor little sheep is worth nothing to me. Not even wool. Womp womp. Womp. So, any questions on village cards at all here locally? You guys, that makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Moving on now from village cards over to keyple cards. And keyple cards are like so. These are placed above the village cards to use the action shown on the village card. The arrows on the card show whose tableau you can play the card into, meaning this one I can play directly into my tableau, but this card here says I can only play this in my neighbor's tableau to my left. And this says to my neighbors on either side, but not to my tableau, whereas this one allows me to play in any of the three. So because Ariel is located kitty corner from me, 2 people away from me, his and my villages will never intersect. You're only interacting with the players directly on your left and right. All right. Each village card may be activated a maximum of 3 times per season, and each keyple card on it has either 1, 2, or 3 keyples on them, as you can see here. To activate a village card, you must play a card that has more keyples shown on it than the number of cards already played onto that village card. So what does that mean? Let's say that I played this card, or let's say Martin played this card into my tableau to activate it. It does not matter right now if it's empty. He can play any keyple card, or any player as appropriate by the arrows can play a keyple card into that space. However, if there is already 1 keyple card on it, you must play something with 2. So for instance, if there's already a keyple card on it, you must play a 2 or 3 keyple card on it. And if there are 2 cards already played onto that card, you must play a minimum, or you have to play a 3 keyple card on it. If there have already been 3 keyple cards played to a certain card, in that case, no more can be played onto that card. Does that make sense? Is that clear? The number of keyples does not matter at all once the card is played and the action is taken. All that matters at that point is the symbol right here. This is just showing 1 card, a 2nd card, and now a 3rd card has been played. Okay? Is that clear? We good?
Mm-hmm.
They can't see that, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, cool, all right. So, one important thing to note is, let's say that, let's go ahead and put this card down, which I will explain here in a little bit. If 2 players wish to go ahead and play because of simultaneous actions, and there we go. Let's give this example. Let me get a better card. Sorry, guys. Let's do this. Let's say that's there, and now I'm playing a new card, and Jess plays another card into her tableau. We're going to simultaneously reveal, and both of us here want to activate this card. Well, you'll notice that, well, if I play this here, that shows 2, and now in theory Jess would need a 3 in which to be able to play. But due to simultaneous play, it may be that multiple players wish to play a legal keyple card onto the same village card as it was when they played the card, meaning like so. This is the one time you were allowed to break that rule, meaning that card can be played and that card can be played, but what that means is now no further actions can be taken this season on that card. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So on subsequent turns, the number of keyples needed to play on the card is going to be 3, or in this case, none at all. All right. If multiple players simultaneously play on the same card. Now, technically, a single village card could have been activated 4 times. Meaning, if that were the case, and 2 players play a 3 keyple card at the same time, even though, indulge me here on the colors, this wouldn't happen, but if 2 players wanted to play here, they both would be able to, so that would be the one rule breaker where 4 times an action can be played. That's the only time that would ever be allowed, and the only time in which that will ever happen, all right? Each keyple card has a color that matches the season, and it's going to be for endgame scoring, so obviously this is going to be summer card for the example. These are spring cards, all right? Any questions on village cards?
No.
Or, I'm sorry, on keyple cards? No?
No.
All right. Now let's go over gaining resources and paying components to take the actions that you just played your keyple cards on. So maybe played this card here. This says resources, gain resources. So in this case, I would gain 2 black resources. These are the only components that have to remain on your village cards. When you gain a resource from your own village, it goes directly on the card in which it was gained. Easy enough. However, if Jess came in and she played over here, in this case, when she or anybody gains resources from a neighbor's village card, the 2 resources in that case will then be placed on her home card. All right? Makes sense? Because she's not going to
Yes.
give me the resources, right? Gold is a wild resource. Whenever you see gold here, this is a wild resource and can be used as a supplement for any other type of resource. And again, resources are the wooden bits, all right? So that's resources. Skill tiles. Skill tiles look like these, like so. There are, as I said, 3 different types: anvils, picks, and saws. These are the cardboard bits. When you gain a random skill tile, and a random skill tile looks, say, for instance, a moment. Here. There we go. If you gain a random skill tile, you're actually going to grab one of the single-sided, look at it, and then flip it back over so your neighbors don't know what skill tile it is. If you gain another skill tile that says a particular type, you're going to actually grab the double-sided that shows exactly what it is. Easy enough. White resource tiles, meaning if it shows a white background, something like this, the question mark means gain a random one, whereas if it were just blank without the question mark, it would be your choice, all right, of what it is. All right, transport and upgrade actions. Let's go ahead and move on to that for your home tile. So get all these out of here. Whew. All right, here we go. So transport and upgrade actions. The home card actions allow players to transport resources to other cards for upgrading them and or for endgame scoring. Each one value of transport allows the movement of one resource to one adjacent card. So in the earlier example, we had a couple here, and it could be that we want to move some of these black resources to come over here to be able to upgrade it on a subsequent turn. So for every one movement, you can move one resource, one tile. If this were already upgraded, and we'll talk about how to do that here in a little bit, if you have multiple movement in this case, I then could mix it up however I wish. I could go 1, 2, and 1 there. Or if I had gold there, it might make more sense to do something like that. So a total of 3 movement, like so, okay? You're allowed to mix and match the movement of resources as you wish. Then after transporting, the player takes 1 upgrade action per house icon on the card. So one house icon, one upgrade action. So what does that mean? That means if you have acquired the resources onto that card as shown there, you then, for each upgrade action, choose a card, pay the cost in the arrow, and cover the topmost visible panel with an upgrade tile. Okay, so boom, there. And these will go back into the supply. If you choose not to upgrade, say for instance I don't have the ability to upgrade any of these others, instead of placing that tile as you saw here, doing that again, maybe on a subsequent turn, the player can use the upgrade action to simply flip the upgrade tile, and that'll be worth 1 victory point at the end of the game. Easy enough. All right, let's go ahead and move on to talking about keyple tokens, which are these little tokens right here. So, keyple tokens. There are 2 different ways in which to use them. You either play them when you're playing a keyple card, which allows you to treat the just played card as a 3 keyple value card for playing in a village. You just discard. So for instance, if all I had was I want to be able to activate this card, I need 2 keyples, but maybe I just have this card, I could then play that along with a keyple token on it. That's now a 3, so okay, it's kind of wasteful, but so be it. This gets discarded back to the supply, and I go ahead and take the action, or my neighbors, whoever played the card. If a card shows a keyple token on it, like this, regardless of where you play this keyple card, you get the keyple token. So if I play it into Martin or Jess's tableau, I'm the one that gets it. It's not the player whose it was played into, whose village it was played into. All right? Or they can save it until the next phase of the game after all the players have played the final card from their hand, which what happens at that point is, if these had been played like so, if any player has any keyple tokens left over, they then can use them just like they were. They can spend them just like they were regular keyple cards. Same rules apply, treating keyple tokens as 2 value cards, each with a 2 value card. So you can play, technically, I would need 3 keyples to be able to play on this action. I could spend 2 of these, that acts as a 3rd card, and then I would discard those at the end of the round. Or I could maybe activate this one, and then I could then activate it again if I wish, spending all of those. There's no limit to how many you can have, and you never have to spend them if you wish. Okay, does that make sense? Any questions on the keyple tokens?
Nope.
All right, once all the players have spent their keyple tokens or elected to keep them in their supply, players then move into the final phase of the season, which is phase 4, reset actions. Clear all the keyple tokens back into the supply. Okay, easy enough. Then place all the keyple cards face down under their store cards. So any keyple cards that you're playing to yours and other players' tableaus, those will then go underneath their store card like so for possible in-game scoring points. Now is the only time you're allowed to look at any other cards that you have stored under your store card. So bit of a memory aspect to it there. Then you move on to the next season, unless it's autumn or fall. At the end of autumn or fall. At the end of autumn, players secretly choose one of their 5 winter cards. Once they've all selected one, then we flip it up and play it into our tableau like so. And it's going to be some in-game scoring card as such. Then the 4 that were not selected get mixed in with the existing deck, and then we deal out 9 to every player, and then we play a whole bunch of rounds. This is the one time in which you are not allowed to discard a card for a keyple token. You must play this card to your tableau. All right? So we'll shuffle up, like I said, the 4 remaining there, and then essentially that is phase 1 of the 4th season. All right? So final scoring. After the 4 seasons, players count their points, which are the yellow circles in their village cards, and whoever has the most points wins. If tied, I found this really interesting. If tied, the player with the most sheep wins. If it's still tied, it then moves on to pigs. If it's still tied, you go on to cows. Sucks for the cows, I guess, huh? All right. So what do you score? Well, depending, if you have something like so, you're going to score the panels for whatever is shown. So here, this would score 3 points for this. This would score nothing because the top panel shows no victory points. This would score 3 points. Then you're going to score 1 point for each of your upgrade tiles as shown. And then you're going to score for any in-game scoring cards that you may have, like so, like this. This is important though. Some cards score victory points for resource, skill tiles, or keyple tokens, something like so, like this. A single component may only be assigned to a single card, and some cards have a large rectangle on them, which I do not have any in front of me, but you'll see as we go along. Those are the only cards in which resources must be on that card to be able to score at the end game. This, however, this shows that for every set of those resources I have in my tableau, anywhere out here in my entire village, I can then score 5 points for each complete set. Some cards score animals, boats, keeples, stuff like this. Just like above, you can only assign each of your cards to one individual scoring card. So this says for each keeple, a red, a yellow, and a blue, meaning all these green keeples that I have don't score me anything because it's not shown as such. All right. Upgrade or gold is worth 1 extra victory point at the end of the game if it's not been allocated, and whoever scores the most points wins. That's how you play keyflow. All right. Whew. That's a lot of it. The game's not that hard.
No.
It's really not that hard, yet I feel like you have to know all that. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and reset. We're going to move this stuff out of the way. You guys don't need to look at that. If you guys can help me, this butchered amount of cards that I have over here for examples now. So let's see, we have spring. Get all this set up. I'll bring up the cameras real quick. It really, and it's funny, I actually tweeted out that Paul Grogan probably can relate to, I mean, he gave like a 20-minute edited video on how to play this. And I was like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard a game, yet there's a lot of rules here. So, anyway, I just found that interesting. Maybe I'm the only one. All right, so let's see. I will put mine. You guys can see that all right there. Put this, doesn't matter. My 5 can go here. All right, can we shuffle those up real quick? Or I guess we can do it as we go along, so we'll shuffle up the spring cards. Place your bet. Place your bets and number over under on number of glory to roams.
And I will point out that I'm again in a position where I'm guaranteed to improve my ranking.
Because we played, what, 6 players?
And I
last
came
time?
5th, yes.
Okay. All right, you want to deal those out for us, Martin?
Indeed I will.
All right, so we'll just keep these up here. All right. So any questions in the peanut gallery that you guys saw?
No.
All right,
Nope.
cool. All right, so everybody probably wants to take a look at their winter cards real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys will
Okay.
give us a moment, because none of us have done so here. Here we go. All right. Let's see. And the rule book, I think Martin has, if you have
Yep.
any questions on any of those.
Sometimes there is. Yeah, I might want to look at one of these.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just too hard to go over every, and it'd be minutiae.
It goes over well in the
Yeah.
rule book.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah, the
check it
cards, there's a lot
Yeah.
of cards.
Oh, wow, that's bright. Okay, let's just move those off. We don't need those on. All right. I am terrible at this game, just so you guys know. So know that going in when you're placing your bets.
You're what? You're
Terrible. Terrible.
Turbo?
But
Terrible.
not as terrible as me.
Well, you set the bar low, Martin. There.
Oh.
Mm.
Wow, really?
Mm.
Who shuffled this?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
wait.
What to do? That is the question.
All right.
Yeah, maybe
I guess. All right,
I'll
fine.
do.
So,
Keep going
as everyone plays one face down once they're ready.
You went over the grayed out numbers too, right?
The what?
The little gray numbers
The gray numbers.
on the keyple. I'll show you maybe some other time.
Oh yeah, yes. Okay.
Pretty unnecessary.
Oh, David and his daughter are voting for Jess. So no pressure, J-Rex. Just saying. All right.
I can't say I'll improve well, but I'm not going to say I'm going to do great at this. Oh, this is interesting.
There's
okay.
no way in this game I can build a pink skyscraper either.
Right?
All right. So we're passing to the left here, and then
Yes.
flip. And remember, you can always discard if you wish to be able to get a keyple. All right. Keyple token. All right. So there you go. Now we are on to the next one. Wow. Wow. That's not a lot of choice here, Martin.
You can see what I had to work with, can't you?
Wow.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it is. Well, play that.
Oh, this is interesting.
Dude, I dumbed down the brightness on this so crazy, too, and it's still really bright. Oh well, we'll leave it at that. All right, we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I'm playing to my tableau, so I get one there. Easy enough.
And I get a carpenter.
Okay, a saw.
Oh,
Yeah,
bit
and
of
I
wood.
made sure you guys had your own resources over
Good.
there.
Stick
So,
that red.
next draw. All right. Chris, hashtag, or Team Martin, hashtag most improved.
Yeah, I'm good at improving.
Oh, yeah. Trevor says I commend your effort to keep calling them keeples. They're meeples, I know, and it drives me batty, but he says I know the designer's hook with the whole key thing, but I'd be calling them meeples pretty quick. Team Edward, I appreciate that, Trevor. Frank, my win-loss record is not good. Have I won on a stream this year?
Yes.
I have? All right.
I
so
think.
I maybe. I don't know. Here we go.
I think so. I don't know.
Here we go. Just saying, resources galore here, people. Resources galore.
Yeah.
I would like
Yes,
an
look at this.
anvil, please.
In anvil. All right, one for you.
Thank you.
There we go. All
That
right.
reminds me of Spider-Verse. Do you see it? So good. The anvil
No.
scene's the best.
By the way, did you guys see the new intro? What did you guys think? Did you like it? Would love feedback on it.
But I don't want to do that.
What, do you have feedback on it?
No. Do these things that are happening in my hand. These are not things. Oh, okay. What do you have over here? Nah.
Resources.
No.
Yes.
No, hardly anybody's activating.
Yeah,
Well-
I did.
What do you have? Oh, you have more resources.
Yeah, I like the two over there. but-
Right?
Is that what yeah, that's what I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Martin is tanking.
Yeah, I mean, there's some last minute
Yeah, I do.
faff.
All
I can
right,
afford a
ready?
faff.
All right, flip.
Simultaneous, so you can.
Yes, that is legit. So that
Yes.
it does not matter which order
But
they
don't we
go
have
in.
to do well?
Nah, you
Because the
could
person
if
can
it's
re-decide.
You could, but
But he has
Sure.
the option to say, "I actually want to go somewhere else," doesn't he?
could, I suppose. Yes, the competitive aspect. Yes, I've never seen where it
I'm
comes
just
into
saying,
play,
you
but
could
yes.
now decide to do anything else you want.
Yeah,
if
the
you
numbers
wanted
on
to.
the- right.
I cannot, but you were higher than me, so you could.
I think I'm good.
You're good with that?
Yeah.
I'm good too, but I think that's kind of clever how that works.
So we were talking about when we played this on Sunday that we do wish that it was a little bit more bloodthirsty in that whoever plays the lower number goes first and the other person can't go there if
I
they don't
didn't
have the
agree
right
to
number.
any of that. That was you
I'm
and
just saying
other
that
horrible, mean
I
people.
really like that aspect. I like the
I
idea. It's the
don't.
heavy cardboard variant, right?
No.
All right.
So I'm just pointing out that activating my home, I'm able to move one resource one spot and upgrade. Because I can use my carpenter, I can upgrade that woodcutter. Because I don't need to actually move anything onto that thing to upgrade
Fair
it.
point. Yep. All right.
So it
Well,
goes back into the... Oh no, it doesn't. It goes back into the...
yep, I
whatever
got you.
that.
No worries.
I've got long arms. I can do it. I can
Uh,
reach.
2.
Ooh, this is actually a pretty fun decision.
That seems like a good plan.
Think we'll go there? All right.
Nah. Okay.
All right. We ready? Everyone good? Oh, no, wait.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, just kidding. Wait.
no, I'm fine. I need a thing.
Okay, you need a thing.
I can't get it. Go ahead.
We're good. All right, flip.
Yeah.
So there, 2 randoms. That is
All right.
not a good draw.
So that's
Nor is that a good draw.
2 moves.
Oops.
And now I can upgrade that by spending these, right?
Do what?
I did
Yep,
2
2 moves, and
Done.
you can 1 upgrade.
Just making sure.
Yep, and spending the gold and the iron. Yep, you got it.
So actually, Edward, I have a rules question. So
Yeah.
I'm playing on this builder, move that up there.
Uh-huh.
I get 2 upgrades.
Okay.
So I'd like to hand in my anvil,
Okay.
upgrade the miner. Then with my second, I would like to upgrade that.
Yeah, totally legit. Yeah,
Alright.
they're separate actions, so absolutely. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
I'm going to give us a little more room, just in case we start.
Yes, so I can move my gold up this way or this way if I want, even before that, because the road is there. Okay, yeah, that's a good question, Dimitri. All right. Okay, so 1 last card, and I appreciate that. Thank you for
Oh,
this.
I wanted this back. Yay.
All right, that worked out. Everyone right? Well, you have 2 choices now. You're either going to play it or you're going to discard it for a
yes.
keyple.
Right.
So I'm going to move mine down a little so Martin and I aren't competing here for space.
Yeah, see.
All right, so that said, hold on. I could play over on Jess's, huh?
So you can just discard this and you get a keyple token?
And you get a keyple token. Yep, I'm going to play that over on Jess's there, so I get 3 moves and an upgrade. So that's going to, well, actually, doesn't make sense. Might as well just play it here, because 1 move and an upgrade. And I'll go ahead and upgrade that. So, just saying, there's 3 iron open for business now, y'all. Okay? Alright, so that is that, and let me see the rule book real quick, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
So, end around stuff. I actually total. Okay, so now.
What was that?
I just blew it around myself.
Yourself. Well,
there's a
it
board
seemed
effect.
more painful than that.
That was a physical.
Wow.
All right.
Who knew?
So almost 3 a.m. Nice, Jan. Okay, so end of the round. So people can play keyple tokens, which ironically nobody has any
Nobody has
keyple
any yet.
tokens. So we're going to move on past that. So then going to take all of your cards, put them underneath here. Set them aside. We would discard any keyple tokens that we have, and shuffle up and deal. And Ariel, if you would have the honor, it's. Oh, it's 3 coal, not iron. You're right. Good call, Seth. My bad.
Or was it iron? It was blacksmith.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought.
Said
right?
it was iron.
I think it's iron. I think it's iron.
You did say
Yeah,
that.
it's
You said it was
iron.
I'm
iron.
pretty sure it's iron.
Don't argue with me, Seth, right?
No, it was Christopher. No one would believe you.
So we're already a quarter of the way through the game. Yeah, hopefully it's making sense. You draft a card, you play it, or discard it. Okay, cool. All
You
right.
can look at these. No, look at these anytime. That's true.
Ooh, I have to look one up.
Happens.
I have to. A moment while I look this up. And we are in summer, right? Doesn't feel like summer outside.
It isn't. You can trust me on that.
Oh, that would have been nice if
What?
I would have gotten a cooperating card. So does anybody need any summer boat cards explained?
Nope.
No? All right, cool. We'll just set that over here. Let me look at my winter cards again. Terrible. Terrible. All right, well.
Seems good.
You know what? Martin had this card last game and did so masterfully with it. I think I'm going to pass it along.
Probably wise.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay. There. Oh, we're passing to the right now. Remember?
Yes, we are
Yep.
passing to the right. Arg. Nope, that's not what I need.
Made in a key mine, so it was coal and key flag.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we're ready? Flip.
Mm-hmm.
So get a keyple token there. And go and use
random
that there.
thingamajig.
And I need three
Oh, this goes up.
iron coal.
Could I get a saw?
You may, sir. One
you.
saw for you. All right, here we go.
I guess I want to do that.
All right, we're good?
Yeah.
Pass into the right, right? Yeah. All right, cool.
Oh, wow. Mm,
Wow.
no.
You know what? No. I don't want to.
As in,
Just here. I want to point something out that I really don't look. Don't cheat, Martin.
Sorry, you said don't look, and I immediately looked.
I know, well,
Yeah,
it's
right, to
hard.
what we talked
Yeah,
about.
Think of the
not the
elephant.
negative. Please look
If I
away.
had scoring for these, this would be great, right? But unfortunately, I don't. That's maddening. Okay.
Can we look down?
Yes.
Oh, wait. I gotta look at the thing. There's a thing. Right. Each.
Yeah. Golly, I guess I'm doing that. All
And
right,
that'd
fine.
be.
So how many of y'all out there have played this? And how many of y'all have played Keyflower as well? I'm curious.
This is a tough call. All right.
Good? Nope, nope. Ariel, okay. And there. Yeah, this way we can put some, get this. And
So this is. I keep not seeing resource cards.
Martin, could you
I
have
could
a
grab
rule book,
yours,
please?
but.
Thank you.
Yep. I can tell you what they were because they were my cards.
Uh-huh.
So
Ooh.
it's you can exchange resources.
Hmm.
Oh wow. Okay. I know what I'm doing this turn apparently. Do you people not have two upgrade? How come the one person that has the double upgrade, I can't?
Reach.
Terrible.
Reach was the word you're looking for.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah, with so many games of Keyflower depend on who gets the double upgrade down, in my experience. I went right for it.
Some reason to that.
Keyflower's favorite game. Tune in and see how it compares. Yeah, okay. A lot of people play Keyflower, but not both of these. Okay.
This is wicked interesting. I don't know.
It's kind of tempting now.
I can go over there with that. You're covering your stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
There's two cards here I really like.
Yeah, I think this is going to be interesting post game to be able to, because the comparisons or not of the
Ready?
it's a Keyflower. Yep. And where's this go? Wait.
I
nope.
can't see because you
Hold
covered
on.
it. Oh,
you
wrong
cannot.
way.
Other direction.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't do it then.
Okay. So.
Reset. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
I don't know my left from my right.
The one that makes the L. Right. There you go. Wait. Whoa. Tony's never played a single key game.
Wow.
It happens.
He's playing for the first time tomorrow though, playing Keyflower.
We will go through the differences
Yeah.
between this
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Keyflower.
Don't worry.
Show activate
But if
that.
you have to leave, you better let us know, because
Right?
otherwise you'll miss it.
Okay.
Okay. Wait,
All right, I'll just do this.
All right. Good. Go ahead. Well, we're
Down
waiting.
until ready.
There you go. Cool. So I am.
Not there.
moving one resource, so that's going to be there, and it's going to upgrade that one. And we get a little extra movement, so those go away. There. Okay.
So I'm tossing that back for some wood.
Okay.
Drop your cards.
Thank you.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree, in fact.
Might work.
Can you guys get some more exciting cards, please? My neighbors? That'd be great.
I've got some
Okay.
pretty exciting cards. I
Tony
think.
says the Scotsman has to get some sleep soon, but he'll watch it in the morning. So there's that. All right.
Okay.
Shoot. What I want to be able to do, I cannot do. Ah. This one time, can I play 3 cards? Yeah, all right. Because this worked so well for me last game. All right.
That's terrible.
Interesting how many of y'all have not played this yet. I guess it's relatively new still. We good?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone should be playing their 9th card in theory, right? Passing 3.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Passing 3. I don't know why I don't have 9
Oh, I
cards.
support
I'll go
this.
with.
Okay.
You're 3 and an upgrade. So
I didn't play on any of yours. 9th card? Where'd you get 9th card from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, maybe.
It
Passing
depends.
3.
Yeah,
passing
I'm like,
3.
that's
That
not
should
really
be,
a...
That should be a better way to put it. You are correct.
1, 2, 3. And I'll upgrade
So,
here.
can I see the rules? I don't
Right
think it's going to be
There you go.
clear. So I know that they can't double count.
Correct. They cannot.
But for example, like the boats
Right.
have their own individual scoring.
They do.
And then there's one where you can score boats. Does that mean
Correct.
you can't score the boats individually?
No, you would, the individual, if there is, yeah, no, common sense in that case, I think, prevails as far. Well,
Thank
no,
you
no,
for
no,
the
no.
comment.
Not what I meant. Not what I meant. Not what I meant.
Just what it means. Traveler's Lodge says a card scores 1 point for each of the players.
Yeah, and then the other one that says, like, you get certain amount of points based on a number of boats. In that case, I would think that you could score both.
Yeah, it only calls out that you can't use it for the Sea Breeze
Yeah,
and the
there you
Traveler's
go.
Lodge.
There you
Okay.
go.
just
So
making
it
sure.
actually, the rules call it out. So good. Okay, so maybe
Kind
it's
of?
not.
Yeah.
I apologize. Not what I meant. All right, so choose one, pass to the right. You should be passing 2. All right.
Oh, this is any. I guess I could get those. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone ready? Flip. Moving 3. 1, 2, and I guess I'll move that. 3.
And a blacksmith, please.
Yep. Anvil.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
And-
thematically it's a blacksmith.
Go with it, and I will upgrade. There. You people really need better cards in your tableaus, obviously.
Oh, is that you? Wait.
No, yep.
Okay.
It should be on 2. So there, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Passing 1.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well.
Own it, shrink wrapped and looking pretty on the shelf. Haven't made the table yet. All right, well, this will hopefully help you make a decision on whether or not you should bust the shrink. All right? I guessed on the oolong. I wasn't sure.
It's delicious, thank you.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
All right, Jess, that's for your hiring fare.
Okay.
So I will turn 1 in and draw 2 randoms.
That's for your
Which
iron.
one? This one?
Yeah?
All right. Oink.
I'll upgrade that.
Really?
What?
Nothing. I draw terribly. All right.
There. Maybe it should go further, but I don't really know.
Well. Okay, everyone ready to play or discard? So I'm going to discard this face down there and take one of those bad boys. You as well?
I'm playing over. No,
Oh,
I'm playing
sorry.
on the
Oh.
wood cutter, but I do get one of those little things.
2.
Oh, there is that. Okay.
I'm going to move this
Fair point. Briny?
here for later. Is this the one I want to do? Yes. All right. And then I get 1 upgrade. So these 2.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, everyone done?
Mm-hmm.
Except for Martin.
Yep. I'm going to go here. I'm going to discard this
I got you.
over there for a weekly what's it and 2 gold.
All right, so now we go into the, you can spend your keyple tokens and, oh boy. Does anybody want to?
Nope.
And it's only
Nope.
to your own tableau.
Mhm.
This is maddening that I can't do this. Not gonna. All right, so take your cards, put them underneath your store card. There, and we go into the 3rd season. You did a good job. You want-
I'm afraid to riffle shuffle because there was that whole riffle shuffle debate on the Slack.
About what? What
Riffle
is it?
shuffling,
No,
like
I
that.
know, but what about it?
I'm afraid to do it now because people are of different minds about it.
I am totally okay.
I think
with
you should do
doing
what
that.
All
your
right.
mind is and not worry
All right.
I
about
have
that.
0 qualms on that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Would you call this a family medium game? Yup. I think that is a solid. This would be the equivalent of 1 Rococo. Frank, there you go.
That's useful to know.
that's
Since
a-
I haven't played Rococo, I'm unable to calibrate.
So there you go. So we could interchangeably. I think is a fair point because this might even be a little bit below Rococo. So
Okay.
all right. So we are passing back to the left now.
Mm.
Okay. These are better. Yeah, but I have none of those.
That seems like a good idea.
Spoke too soon.
Oh, but I don't. Which way are we passing?
Left.
Oh, don't let him get this. I'm going to do nothing about it. So. Oh, actually, no, this doesn't help me.
All right. It can't continue forever.
Oh.
Be worth a shot.
Yeah.
That one also. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6.
Oh, this seems so.
I really have. I have not done well with these guys. Just not at all.
Choices.
Yes.
Mhm.
Everyone choose?
Mhm.
No?
Sorry.
Nope, not yet.
How can you have indecision?
Martinez.
Okay.
Faffing. All right, here we go. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Again? This is not good. Okay. Passing to the left, right? Yeah. There we go.
Oh, any is. Oh, any in there. Okay. No.
think it's... Yeah, that'll work.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah, last game I actually didn't. I don't think there were like 3 cards played to my tableau the entire game. We ready? Everyone good? All right.
Yep.
It happens.
Wait for
And
that
don't
one.
forget the.
Yep.
Yep.
Really excited about that.
So I take it there. I discard that back.
Just saying, we have a double upgrade. Somebody, if you're gonna complain,
What's that? Oh, you got the double upgrade
yeah,
too.
we're in business.
Double upgrades are on the menu.
Oh. What is that? Oh, cool.
Adam says I would give it a 0.8 on the Rococo scale, lower if there weren't so many rules. Still enjoy it though, especially at the playtime and number of players it can accommodate. Yeah, we played it at 6 and it felt totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't overstay because you're only interacting with half the game, half the
Right.
players in that case. Even
Mm.
though you're seeing what their
Oh.
cards they passed on, right?
So this is just any.
Yep, white
Okay.
is always any. So this is any 2.
I actually don't even, it doesn't matter anymore. Okay. That's interesting. So I give that there.
Eric says just caught up from Chipmunk mode. He's played and played them both, Keyflower as well as this, and enjoyed them in each their own way. I think that's a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
All
That
right.
is true. They both have their strengths.
Roughly the same
This
size
is fall.
villages. It depend. I mean, you have so many options early on in the round that you're probably going to tend to play
All right, I'm
out
gonna
here,
try
but not necessarily. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take
Oh, it's exchange for gold,
and
isn't it?
3. So
Ah,
that's
I
going to be
misread it.
1, 2.
Oops. It's all gone horribly wrong.
You know what? We're actually gonna keep moving this
So
up.
hard. All right,
3
so
and
now
2
that's all I can
upgrades.
do.
That'll be 1 upgrade there and 1 upgrade there.
Hmm. No. It's just go there.
There we go.
Too late.
Now we're cooking with gas. All right.
Hmm.
Well,
It's all very stupid.
so I can use any resources,
Yep.
anything right now, so that's good. All right.
Okay. Well, I guess we can start doing. Can we?
Oh wait, that's not
Um,
enough. I need more. Oh, I really wanted to do
And that's a lot of pigs you got there.
Yeah, I'm noticing that plus 2 sheep can count as a pig,
Yeah.
or 2 pigs can count as a sheep. I know.
that. So I
Yeah.
could do that. It gives
Well,
me an
pig is
extra
2 sheep.
turn. Sure.
Right. All right. My turn to tank a minute. Just looking at what you guys have. Everything's upgraded for me, so I can't upgrade anymore. Getting resources isn't super helpful for me right now here because I need cards. My drawing is terrible. Okay. All right, ready? There, and we're open for business, please, by all means. Turn in one of these guys.
Spend that
There.
and get that.
I gotta be able to draw better. Have yet to draw it. Nope. I am 0 for 3. This is amazing.
Could you pass me a saw?
Oh, I can. Oh, I have plenty of them if you would.
Take those two.
Oh, I can, right. I can flip these to upgrade them to their 1 point side. All right. Pass the left. It's actually not a bad idea.
Hmm.
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
I didn't expect that card to come all the way around. That's completely confused me.
All right. Guess we're pivoting.
Nothing wrong with a bit of pivot.
Right. All right. If you guys are liking this, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Definitely helps the show. It really, really does, guys. And if you want to go one step further, look down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Support the show over at pledgehc.com. Everyone chose their card?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. I had mentioned the big rectangles here. This is one that says that it must be on that card by the end of the game for it to score.
Okay.
Yeah.
And similarly, this one here.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, don't see a reason why not to. There. Passing 2 to the left.
I can use my
Grabbed
these
his, but
things.
your way. Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
Just checking.
Okay, what?
I can use these things if I play a card to you.
Correct. You can use them as in a bumper, if you
Yep.
will.
Good.
Yep.
Just checking.
Sorry,
That's
I'm
my
a little
thought.
ahead of things. I apologize. Things I'm not usually accused of, being ahead of the game here.
Defense, I don't want to do. But, okay. No, I won't do that. Martin, stop faffing and think.
I saw you reaching for it.
Trying to remember too many things I'm planning to do at once.
Oh, good call. I apologize, guys. This should be down below. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
The river, yeah.
Yes. It's a river card.
So, ooh, that actually... We're going to put this over here. Good call. Thank you, Christopher. All right. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone chosen? All right. And what was I going to do with this? This was going to be a...
I get that, and I spend the thing I just get.
Okay.
It's just saw back.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that what we really wanted to do? I guess so, yeah. So, oh, you need a saw, you said?
Oh, I'm giving it back.
Oh, gotcha.
just do
All
that.
right. So I am going to discard a saw for that upgrade there. So that's one upgrade. And you know what? Let's start with the home tile. That's a second upgrade. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. All right. Thanks, everybody. Sorry about that.
Making those come up
That's
will
okay.
not be
I'll do
bad.
that.
Everybody caught it all at the same time. Yeah, we're 3/4 of the way through the game just about now. I mean, it moves along at a pretty good clip.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys watched the first impression video of Space Corp yet? New series that we're doing, the game of the month. Curious your guys' impressions for those that have watched it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go.
There. And those two. No, we don't. Those 3. 1, 2, and 3, and those 2 golds make the upgrade.
Hey, MF, welcome. Yeah. The card I wanted earlier. Notice the symbol down there at the bottom. That's the, somehow made it back. I guess we're doing that then. We're ready?
Mm-hmm.
Take it and either play it or discard it for a keyple token. There we go. I guess that's as far left as we're going. Right there. Hey, I got an anvil. That's pretty cool. It's about time.
Hmm.
Oh, you guys can't see these anymore. Let's move them over. There.
That would let me.
There.
Do that.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. That might be worth it. Okay. Done?
All right. No, go ahead and play your last
Okay.
one. Yeah.
I'm gonna go there just 2.
Okay.
All right. That's Denver Brunch. Welcome. Don't recognize that name. Says Keyforge.
Oh,
I thought
did the
was
wrong
an
one.
installment.
Or which one
in
are you
Kid
doing
series.
this one? You're fine.
Yes, I had that same reaction.
I did too.
And I keep having that reaction every time I see it.
No.
I saw something Richard Breeze posted on Board Game Geek,
Okay.
calling it unfortunate that they'd name it Keyforge.
Yeah, it just key seems to be pretty much locked down. Like
Yeah.
key anything,
Oh, and I
right?
can't
I mean, he's
So
only had, what,
upgrade.
10, 20 years of using that.
The
Oh, I don't
first
have to
ever
upgrade that.
worker
I can
placement
upgrade
game.
that.
So I'm told.
Before
yes.
Kalis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I seem to remember reading somewhere there
Kedum?
was some Kedum. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something before that even.
Well, possibly. But
Okay, you can play your tokens now, and I shall. So
Same.
I will play one here, which spending that. Oops. That will give me 3 gold.
I'll play that.
Gonna spend this saw back to the middle. 3 gold.
And we'll go ahead and spend that there to get 3 more here.
Spend that one too.
And do I want to keep the rest?
Yeah, that's it.
Because I have to spend them. I think I'm going to keep mine. I think I'm done.
Do I want to do that?
Oh, and real quick, David brought up the playthrough of Barrage. So a few of these videos we've had to re-upload recently because normally I would edit the front end of the video and trim it. But the audio YouTube seems to be having a real bad issue with it's causing the audio and video to get out of sync. So starting with tonight's video, I'm no longer going to trim the front ends of these. So the videos are going to start a minute or 2 in. We'll timestamp it and everything for you guys, but just be aware of that. Okay? Yes, winter is coming. All right. Okay.
I think so.
Everyone ready? Okay. So discard.
Actually, I'm going to do one more.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Sorry. I had
No
to
worries.
look that
You're
up.
good. You're good.
So that's 1 or 1, 2. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then an upgrade.
All right, so discard your tokens back to the supply that you used. Take your cards.
Where'd they go?
And now
Nice.
remember, you're allowed to look at these cards, which I'm going to for the first time. This seems important. Before going into winter. Okay.
I don't have a good enough memory for this. I feel like I need. Oof.
yeah, I always feel having to memorize things is work.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree,
It
I
doesn't
agree.
feel fun.
I don't like memory
I don't like-
games.
Okay.
Used to have Got good at counting bridge in the days when I played bridge a lot, but other than that, feels like too much trouble.
Here, don't look at the screen. Get that out of
Look at the screen.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Ah.
So I'm going to show you guys. So just as a reminder, here are my cards, which I'm leaning towards this one to keep right now. And the reason for that is, as you can see here, the reason is, so I'm just going to, as a reminder, keep this in front here. So for every set based on these here. So, and these won't matter, but then it comes into that. So I think that's the one I'm leaning towards there. So there you go. You guys kind of get to play along. Good. All right.
Good.
So now everybody needs to choose one to play, and then put the rest out here in the middle. The other 4 that you've not chosen.
Mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun.
Remember, you must play it to your tableau. You cannot discard it for a keyple token. Okay. Franny says, best joke I saw today. Just got kicked out of karaoke bar for singing Danger Zone 5 times. Apparently, I exceeded the maximum number of login attempts. Kenny login. But I thought Kedem was before bus, but you guys can look that up. All right, ready? Here we go. And I will go ahead.
And surprise, surprise! I have something that gives me victory points for pigs. Who would have thought it?
Weird. So, okay, so I have one for every of those 3 color meeple sets total in my cards here. And so that's what I did. Jess, what did you play?
I get 1 point for every value of move. So
Oh, nice.
those, and then 2 points for every boat.
Wow. Well done there. Okay, and Ariel?
I went very boring. I get 1 point for every yellow meeple.
Okay,
Keyple.
apparently he has a lot of yellow keeples and
Yep.
pigs.
Yep, I went for the pigs.
All right, so go ahead, shuffle these up,
Big fan of bacon.
and deal out the deck. And in the meantime, we'll catch up on chat. Okay, we're caught up. Good. All right, good talk.
It's a good job.
So it seems a lot of folks watched the first impressions of Space Corp. You were a part of that game.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. So you enjoyed the 3rd era more
I
than
did.
the first 2, and I enjoyed
really-
the first 2 more than the 3rd.
I thought it ramped up, and I liked the 3rd, but
I'm curious to see
it was
how
the first
changes.
play. Yeah,
I know, right?
I don't know that it's going to stay that way when we play
I
again.
know,
And initially I was like, okay, well, and now I'm kind of really looking forward to playing again tomorrow night. So
I am too. And I got the setup video
Yeah.
for Space Corp coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
By the way, so I've been stressing about that all day, right? Been worried, oh God, how am I going to film this? Da 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 da. Then I had an epiphany while setting this game up tonight for the live stream.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, how do I have to edit? Oh, I don't want you guys to see my hands doing this. Look. I was like, wait a minute. I could just have it set up and then describe what it was that I did to set it up. Boom, done. Easy.
Yeah.
I think that's faster for people to. I've seen
Oh
the
my God,
other
that's so much
where you
easier.
do set it up,
Yeah.
but
And
I
it's
feel
tedious.
like I'm like no, keep hurry,
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
move on.
Yeah, and if it's
Exactly.
out,
Oh, if it's set up, be like, okay, you lay these
or
out,
if I have a
you do this,
question,
you do
I can
this.
still see or.
Right.
So no, I
Right.
think that's better.
I
Yeah.
know, and it's great easier to film. I was so excited.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Winter is coming.
Winter is here.
All right. Dimitri says the movement scoring card is OP, and Keyflower had a similar tile. Oh, wow. Oh, shoot.
All right, so we're allowed to check these again because I
No.
cannot. All right, that's
Technically,
fine.
you're not supposed to.
I
but-
house ruled out.
but
There's
hold
no
on.
way.
Honestly, I'm not big on
I'm not going
memory
to do it in the
games,
live stream,
you-
but I'll tell
yeah.
you, playing it for real
I'm
life,
okay
don't
with
play with
it.
me and think I'm not going to look at those.
I'm really okay with that.
Because that's
honestly.
just not fun.
I'm with you as well on that. I'm
That's no
not a
fun.
memory person.
No. I counted all that. I thought about it, and now I cannot.
Oh, this is brutal. I had a plan, but now
Oh,
you people are
that's terrible.
teasing me with this.
I might be able to do that.
6, huh? I mean, don't look, Martin. I mean, don't I kind of have to since I have
And
this,
three of those.
right?
Oh, but three
I
and
mean,
three.
Eh,
6.
right? There's
Oh,
that
I
one.
have none of
Plus,
those.
there's
That's
that
such
one.
a chance.
So it's either or, right? I think I go this one. I think so. I mean, there's that. Like, choices. All right, yep. Going with first thought. There we go, done.
Oh god,
Passing
this is
right.
interesting.
Yep. Ah, so we didn't think out who he was passing to. That's a good sign.
It's a good point. I did not. No.
I don't need my glasses for this. There's one advantage of this game. It's nice, clear symbols. I don't really
Try to
need
use
when
all
they're
of
reading glasses.
those. Those are gonna be
Definitely
gone.
a feature of games you notice as you get older.
I could just try to.
You can look. I don't think anyone here.
I hate not. All right, I'm gonna look once.
You're fine. You know what? I can deal with the comments on YouTube.
No.
think
I
we're
was
okay.
right. It was what I thought.
I would have said that. All right, we're ready?
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
this one,
Visiting
we're
you.
gonna. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna scoot just the
I'm
hair
gonna
over.
toss.
Actually got the card that I was deciding between in
Oh,
my
so
own
you
pile.
got it anyways.
I
huh?
did.
Nice. That works out. Since I don't need
That
anything here.
and that can happen, right? That's
Yeah.
interesting how
Uh-huh.
you throw it back in to shuffle and.
Okay. So passing to the right. Right. Got it. And which one was it? This was here.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Yep.
had to shift a little
Yep.
bit. So there we go.
And I'm not
Yeah, so
gonna
grab
do
3
this,
gold
So
from
that's
the
maybe. Oh god. No, I need to stop and just do the things. Oh well, this is good. Oh! I have the thing.
This is
Ah,
utterly a
yay!
tough decision. Get it?
Oh, but it gives to you. I don't want to do
All
that.
right.
Oh wait.
Moving on. So,
That
well,
can be
this
anything.
makes
Oh, that's
that
a good
really
idea.
easy.
And okay, fine. Then that's the best idea here, I think. Oh man,
Passing right.
passing.
Yeah, that white is just really hard on the eyes there. Sorry, y'all.
Wait,
Everyone
wait,
ready?
wait.
Okay, not yet.
You're
Hold
on your board again. Can I see your board? Thank you. That doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
You're
Hold
right.
on. Didn't
Okay, I'm
All
good.
right, here we go.
that, did I?
Meat.
From that.
Meat.
All right, so 5 moves.
And I toss
1,
Where's home?
Carpenter
Two,
over the
3,
boat
4,
and
5.
get myself 3 gold. 3
And
gold for
then
Carpenter.
2 upgrades.
Nice.
I'm going to get rid of those 3 to do 1 upgrade here. And I don't really have a good reason one way or the other for anything else, so I will do a 2nd upgrade. Thusly. Okay.
This one's not bad. Hold on.
Okay.
Where are you? What are you?
Savage cheating going on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, as long as you're not. Yeah, I agree. Eric says I house ruled that too, Jess. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous to say you can't check your own stack as long as you're not constantly doing it and slowing the game down.
Yeah,
I
as
agree.
long as it's not slowing the game down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it as like you don't want to just be having people check constantly, but come on. Okay. I think that's a good
I
idea.
am going to honor the rules though, and I think I'm going to go that route. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I think I will. All right, done. Pass into the right. I'm saying that more for my sake than anything else as a reminder what direction we're going. That's all. So,
Ah,
yeah, it shouldn't be a memory game. I agree. Yep. Someone
Ready?
slowing the game down, just gently hit them with a game box. All right, go ahead.
of course.
Flip.
Why would you not? All right, this is going to be mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's here.
Upgrade.
I approve.
So let's move 5.
That is moveless. Moveless.
Movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll use one of your
Alright,
upgrades. Do the first one.
I should get 2. I don't have charm on it. Oh, 2. Oh no. Oh no. Can't do that. Okay. So,
Why? This is terrible.
I agree. All right, we're going to go there and pass him to the right. Okay. To speed up the game.
Wow.
You know, the flow. Oh, well done, Kevin. By the way, hold on. This is a visual thing. Because we're not editing these videos anymore, the actual live chat shows up next to the video now, right? I need everybody to take a look at Kevin, his avatar, and the comment. It all fits together. It's to speed up the game, you know, the flow. And see his avatar, it's kind of one
that's
eyebrow raised. That's
fantastic.
awesome. Well done, Kevin.
The entire thing. Amazing. Okay.
Oh, actually, I forgot the avatars actually show up in chat. So, never mind. My bad. Sorry. Honestly, that begs a question now. And here's a question for everybody watching live right now, because obviously, and after the fact, you can comment down below. If we're not going to edit the videos to trim down the front ends, or the front part, the starting of the video, do we need the chat on the screen, since the chat will live in perpetuity next to the chat?
Oh, that's nice that it will live in perpetuity there.
So,
No.
but if you're on mobile, you won't be able to see the chat
Right.
doing that. So,
Yeah,
all
when
right.
I
I
watch
like
it on
being
an
able to see
iPad, I
it.
need to see the chat right there, because otherwise
Okay,
it's
then
a
we'll
pain.
leave it as
Let me
is.
see.
All
Yep.
right, cool.
Okay.
Everyone ready?
Yes.
Play?
I do watch it on iPad. Hello, I'm coming to visit.
T-Rex coming over.
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
That.
What
Discard
do I do?
one,
Yes, 3,
add two,
Alright,
and
so
it doesn't matter. I'm sure there's going to be. There
One.
was. Okay.
2, 3,
There we go.
3,
and one more upgrade. Yay!
4, 5,
Okay.
Fully upgraded
and I can
sawmill.
upgrade. So
that
I'll
cool?
just flip it top.
Direct cards. Cards.
Will you people stop teasing me with this stuff? You keep passing me the same stuff. Well.
What? I saw this before.
Yeah, I know. We all have. So.
This is-
Hold on one sec. I want to show you guys something. So. I want
No.
you to be
No.
aware of this and this down here, and how many are here before I show you this. We're here. Okay. Here we go. So note
What am I? Oh, not
that
looking.
that same point. So if I already got those, so why not if I'm not using them somewhere else, right? So.
Damn it.
Just saying, I don't need to bother moving them though, because that. That seems pretty good. Wow, you let that pass, Jess? You
What?
let that pass?
I can't use that in the other one. I called that out
really?
specifically.
Oh, is that the one that? Oh, the sea breeze. Oh, bummer. Sorry.
That was the specific reason.
All right, take care, Tony. Check the final or the
Okay.
round table when you wake
so
up.
this, all right, 1.
Does this replace Keyflower? Derek asked that question during the round table. No.
Well,
Most
there's
certainly
nothing
not.
else I can do.
Although we will talk about that more in the
Oh.
round table.
I can't do anything. No. Okay.
Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, play. And we have 4 left.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
So what do we have here? Yeah, that plays it over there though. Point. Oh wait, I do need that. Shoot. Well, I'll be able to do that. Ooh, maybe I won't. Those are gone. Those aren't getting played, so it's one of these. And what do we have over here? What do you guys have that's enticing to me?
Enticing to you? I don't know.
That doesn't do me much good.
Look, the
Looking
sawmill.
over-
I have a wonderful sawmill.
doesn't do me much good, sir. J-Rex has a couple of gold. That's 2 points, right? All right. Decisions made. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go there. I get 1 upgrade. Gonna spend these 3 to complete that one. And I get 3 movement. I mean,
And
1,
I can flip a thing.
2, 3. I guess that'll work. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, agree about losing chat. Yeah, I think we're going to keep it as is. Yeah, there is definitely going to be a lot of point tabulation. That is a very good point, and this is a non-decision for me. Okay.
So I do have a question.
I
At the
do
end, you
have
get
an
to
answer.
play those into your tableau. Why do you have to do 2 of these above this? Why wouldn't it be 1?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
No,
and
you're
this.
good. They're equivalent of a 2-value card. Think of it that
Right.
way.
So you
Yep.
could do a 1 and a 2.
Provided, so like on these, you could only do 1 of each, or you'd
I'd
take
have to do
both.
this. Yes.
And if you had more, you could not play more because that's the equivalent of 3 cards.
Mhm.
Yep,
But
exactly.
here it would be 1 and 1. Got it.
Si, senor, Rita. All right, we ready?
Recovery.
All right, thank you. All
At
right.
least that one you recovered from.
Right,
That
I
was.
thought so.
Okay,
That was all right.
one goes here,
All right,
and I toss
All right.
another
so 5 movement.
blacksmith into the
One,
sink.
So 1, 2,
2, 3,
3, 4,
4,
5.
5. I mean,
That's
they're there.
enough.
Might as well, right?
To get this.
2 upgrades. 1, 2. All right.
I don't want these. Put them back.
Mine aren't any good either. We can still, Edward, trade a card in for a
You absolutely you
token.
can for 2 more
At the
times.
end is
you
you
actually
can do it right now
Yeah,
too.
you can discard the
Ah,
card, right?
I don't know. I thought it was last
Yep.
turn.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. All right, everyone ready to play? Or discard, as it were, right? So.
Finally, I'm going to activate something on my village.
It's terrible. Why'd you give me this? This was awful.
It is bad.
And then last card. That doesn't help me a whole lot, does it?
It's that again.
I agree. I'm discarding. And taking another.
Truffle orchard. I don't really need that. I think it's not going to be helpful. I don't know. I'm going to discard that for one of these.
All right. So play it. All right. So now you can use your keyple tokens, if so inclined. I will use
Well.
that one there to get 3 more.
I think I'll get 2 points, and I could do that,
There.
Two.
but
There.
that's too risky, so I'll just take 4 points.
And then that. You get 3 more.
Oh, actually, I can count those as anything. That's good. So they're actually worth 1.5 points each.
I guess I could use that there for an upgrade. And 1, 2, 3. Done. I am finished. Everyone else done?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do we want to do this player by player?
Yeah, I think it helps people see the scoring.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Start. Here. Why don't we start with you?
Oh,
Jess?
goodness, no, that's bad. I
Hold on.
regret
I
saying
got
that.
I got my calculator.
No, that's not why it's bad. You're not even going to need the calculator. Didn't say I was good at this game.
Okay.
All right, so you can only allocate resources first. This allows me to do any resources, anything, plus gold or wild.
So do you
want to? So I'm going to put them where they belong for scoring.
Okay, and then do the scoring for the panels first, meaning these
Okay.
first?
The ones.
Yep, that are right here. So
Yep, so 20.
Go.
3.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
3. 20.
Okay.
That's that.
Okay, so you're at 52.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do these?
Sure.
3.
Okay. 55.
Okay. So that takes care of actually all of those. So I could score this,
Okay.
which is 9, 12, plus 4, so 16 on that total.
Yep. 16. Hold on.
Or
Minus
12 and 4.
Hold on. Minus 12.
You got it.
There.
Okay.
Now.
All right.
Okay.
And then these for each pair are going to be 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12 for that card. This was useless. Thanks, Aaron.
You're welcome.
And then coming down here.
Pigs and sheep. Any pairs?
Yes. So we have.
And do it up above your
Sure.
tableau.
All
There you
right. We'll just do them separately.
There you go.
There's some
They go
animals,
2 by 2s.
Cute. It's the pigs that are going to be my limiter. I have plenty of sheep. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, and there are sheep in my tableau as well. So the total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That brings me to 4, but there's a sheep right here for 5.
Yep.
So it's 5 pairs at 15 points.
Okay.
And that is it.
98 for J-Rex.
Oof.
Okay. All right. Grab your cards, move them out of the way so Ariel can use that space. All right, so 98 for Jess. Ariel?
All right, so I'm going to use greens as village hall, so that is 5.
Okay. You want to start, hold on, you want to start with the panels first?
Sure.
And then the bonus point, so.
Oh, I see. So, okay, so we got 6. 6, it's 12, and 2 is 14, and 4 is 18, and 4 is 22.
Wait, what? They're 3 apiece, right?
No,
And
he's
the
got,
1.
His are 5, so that's 6, 6.
So 6.
Oh, they're 6s.
Yeah.
Oh, I
No, well, I'm
apologize.
sorry.
Okay,
it's a
gotcha.
5, and he's
Okay,
adding in the
gotcha.
1.
Okay, I'm sorry. Start over.
No worries.
I
Wait.
apologize.
6, 12, 14, 18, 22, and 16 is 38. 38.
Okay, so 38.
Yes. And now you can do your scoring card.
All right.
So you had
So-
5 for this, for green, right?
5 for green.
Which that means they're spent there.
Yeah. I'll do the apothecary, although I just as easily could have used those, so that was kind of a waste. But it's 9, so 3
Okay.
meeple cards.
Excellent. Yeah, sometimes they overlap. And it's,
10. So I think if I added correctly, I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sheep, so that's 20 points.
Okay.
And then I have 1 more red.
For how
1
many?
for 1.
Okay.
And 6 yellows.
4
For
and
6.
Okay.
Those don't count as anything. And then I have 2 anvils for 6. And then 3 sets of 2, what are those, iron coal, for 9.
Okay. Is that it?
Nope, I have 2 gold, then I have 8 gold total, so 8.
102. Leader in the clubhouse. There we go. Okay, Martin.
Okay, so what I have, counting the building panels up here, comes up to a fine total of 27, mostly to my double upgraded sawmill, which is rather nice.
Okay.
Then let's work on the Sea Bastion for 7 plus pigs, and I have 7 plus pigs, counting these 2, gives me another 20 points. Didn't need the Mansfield Ark. The blacksmith here has 4 pairs, 5 each, so that's 20 points. The key market here gives me 2 for every green meeple. I have 5, so that's another 10. The sea breeze gives me something for boats. I have 3 boats, so that's 8.
That it?
I have one other gold sitting there, and I forgot a bunch of upgrades, but they're gone.
And that's it?
Yep.
Are gold worth 2 or 1?
87. They're worth 1 point apiece.
You added 2.
Yeah.
86 points. There we go. Thank you. All right. All right. So here, if you
All
want.
right,
All right.
sure.
So I have no idea. So here we go. So panels wise. So we're and upgrades. So 2 and 4 makes 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 18, 38 total. Yep, 38 total. Looks like there. Then let's go. We'll go meeples. So for every set of red, I need to do this to her here. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think yellow's the limiter. That's 5, 7, 8, 9.
Same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's 9. So that's going to be 27 for the Craftsman's Guild. I already got that. That's that. Then we'll do. We have those as well. So for sheep and other color. So how many sheep do I have? We have a total of 1.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you want to...
1, 2.
Do you get to recount those? I think those are allocated.
Oh, they are good.
Yeah,
call.
you can't do
Ooh,
that.
So only on.
So make sure you pick which ones
Yes.
of the blues. So you have to pull 9 blues and put them over here.
That good call. I forgot about that. 3, 5,
8,
8,
9.
there's
So throw
9.
them in.
Okay, so all those are accounted
Gone.
for, right?
Yeah, now count your sheep.
There we go. 1. Yep. No, we're using that in a different place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 5 and 5 of these bad boy. Actually, we'll do.
Just
I
stick
don't
them on
think it
that card.
matters,
It helps.
So 5. So it's 10 more.
You've got 6, right? You've got another sheep on the...
There you go. 6. There we go.
So 12?
Yep. Good call. Then green and gold. I have 3 total, so that's going to be 12 more. And 2 points for each of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
107.
Hashtag bad teacher.
You won!
Yes, you
Yay!
finally won!
That's what happens when you come around, Frank. I'm just saying. Okay. So that's Keyflow. Yeah. So, Ariel, start with you. Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it's fun. I was worried going in because what I like most about Keyflower is the auction. Especially, so I play a lot of games at 2-player, and it has an auction that works at 2-player, which is cool. So I figured the drafting wouldn't be as enjoyable, but it's different. It's just a totally different feel. So it doesn't bother me that there's no auction. And it's fun. It's easy to score, unlike in Keyflower, which I think some people will enjoy. But
Fair enough. And I mean, an hour and 40 minutes, including the teach plus on stream. Realistically, this is 45-minute to an hour-long game, I would say, 4 players, right? Okay. How about you, Martin? And we'll do the comparison here in a little bit, but go ahead.
Oh, you throw it. I mean,
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I enjoy the game, but it is to me. I best sum this up as this is Seven Wonders, the Keyflower edition, and I feel the same way about this as I do playing Seven Wonders. So, I mean, I like the fact that it plays quite quickly, even with a large amount of people. When we had 6 of us, it was still there was not really any difference, and that is a definite strength of the game. But you've got a different thing going on. You're not, instead of a set collection, you've got the movement of resources, the placement of the meeples, and like Seven Wonders, I like the fact that you don't have to look at the whole board, which is not so much of an issue with 4 people, but with 6 or more,
Right.
it's nice that you can kind of limit there. And there's more I'll say, but I'll let people go first.
How about you?
I'm not big into this game. I don't like card drafting. We talked about it being kind of a light, medium weight family type game. For that type of game, I like something that has a little more player interaction than take that, or like, oh, I might hate draft this or something to that effect. Because I can't see introducing this to novice or entry level or occasional gamers and having them really enjoy it, even though it would teach them some really good card drafting mechanisms and worker placement movement too. It's just not for me.
Fair enough. For me, I was told that this is Keyflower, but with drafting instead, and it is absolutely not that. Somebody asked, does it replace Keyflower? Absolutely not. They are apples and giraffes as far as I'm concerned. They have the same theme. It has the same feel in that, okay, you're like what you said, you're moving resources. You're doing things that are similar to what you do in Keyflower, but they are completely different games. And I enjoy drafting as opposed to like what you thought or how you feel about it. And
Yeah.
I think Martin actually kind of nailed it. Like, if you're going to make a comparison, I would say the comparison is much closer to Seven Wonders
Yes.
than it is to Keyflower. And if it wasn't for, it's the Key series, it's a Richard Breeze game, this would never, ever, ever get compared to Keyflower. So hopefully we can nip that in the bud. That said, I think it's fine for what it is. I think it's enjoyable for the playtime that it has and the fact that it does scale really well. Like, there's not a whole lot 5 and 6 player games that aren't party games a lot of times.
That's
right?
true. It is a good high player count.
Yeah, so I think that it excels in a high player count environment, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. And one other thing that I've noticed playing this game is that it has a lot of positive reinforcement in that, no matter, even if I screw up and just play badly, I'm still getting a bunch of points. Maybe I don't compete as far as the number of points that I get, but I know that I'm going to get a lot of stuff and I'm going to make a lot of points. Is it competitive? I don't know, but it's positive interaction in that, or it's positive. It gives a positive feeling as opposed to negative interaction.
That's kind of
stuff.
true. I mean, I don't know if I like that though. I've played
I agree.
terribly, and I'm always scoring in between 80s and 90s,
Right.
even when I've just destroyed myself. And I get an 86.
So-
and then I play, I think, well, and get a 90. And I'm like,
So it doesn't reward as good a play. So you're talking
Yeah.
a handful of points one direction or the other. I agree with that. The fact that it's not punishing
No.
if you play poorly.
Right.
So
Right.
is that a good thing? Yeah, you make your own decision on that. So, okay, Keyflower, go ahead. I know you got a lot.
Oh no, actually, I'm rolling back to the Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders I like as a game. It fills a very particular niche really well, which is high player count, but you want the game to move along quickly, and not super complex, but interesting enough that you've got a good play with it. And so that's why Seven Wonders is a very special place in my collection. I don't pull it off very often, but for the right circumstances, it works quite well. Interestingly, as I compare this to Seven Wonders, I didn't feel I was having as much fun as I have playing Seven Wonders. And that's even feeling like a little jaded with Seven Wonders, because I played it quite a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think it's the interaction. There's something different about the interaction here. There's so much going on within your own little village, and you're thinking of moving things around. You're not naturally talking to people or looking more beyond other than sort of, oh, can I grab something? With Seven Wonders, I feel there's a lot more. The set collection mechanism somehow gives you a bit more interaction. At least it does to me. And again, it may be just 2 plays, but I definitely felt the difference this time of feeling I'd be having more fun if I was playing Seven Wonders.
Interesting. And see, it's been a while since I've played Seven Wonders. It's been a couple of years.
We should rectify that.
I agree, because I feel decidedly the opposite. But again, keep that in mind that it's, the passage of time. It's been a while, so maybe I don't remember how I felt or how that game feels. But I do agree with, I'm looking at your tableau and I'm looking over at Jess's tableau as a secondary thing or tertiary thing,
Really?
not as a main thing of what I'm doing. Whereas in Seven Wonders, you're much more cognizant of what your neighbors are doing. So that's interesting.
I don't even notice when you hate draft. Like, so we had talked about this when we played it before, and you're like, I think I'm going to take this just because it would be so good for you. And you kind of did, and I was like, yeah. Like, it just wasn't.
Right.
I hadn't seen it. I wasn't really worried about it. It didn't really impact me. In Seven Wonders, I'm going to notice. Hey, I needed that military. Yeah, it's just more interaction that way.
Another interesting thing as well in the comparison with Keyflower is the fact that it's got all the surface features of Keyflower, all the theme of Keyflower, but isn't Keyflower, sets up this uncanny valley effect, where it's similar to Keyflower, but feels totally different. And the result, at least for me, is to kind of go,
What happened?
this
Yeah.
is not right. I mean, Keyflower is one of my all-time favourite
Yeah,
games.
and just
Same.
looking at
It's
it,
a
you're like,
Hall of Fame, or as I would call it, a desert island game.
Right.
I love Keyflower. And this has none of the things that I love about Keyflower. But it looks like Keyflower, so it kind of goes, oh, no.
So on
No.
that note, I'm going to
so
make
could
an
that
analogy.
be jading, though?
Right.
Like your
It-
opinion, maybe on its own.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And on that note, here's an analogy that just popped into my head since you brought that up, is I wonder if this kind of gives, it tricks people similarly, but not as Root does, based on the artwork alone, right? So you have Root, which is a considerably heavier, much more involved game than what it looks to be. Be cute,
Right.
cuddly animals, forest, oh, this will be, and it's not at all that.
Yeah.
Whereas this feels like, it looks like, if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, apparently it's a zebra in this case, right? Because this is nothing like Keyflower. So I wonder, that interesting, I thought it was an interesting analogy, like how it sets you up to expect something that it's not.
Yeah, I was thinking something similar. So I actually think it might be a good one to teach my 10-year-old, because he loves Sushi Go and that sort of game.
Yeah,
I think
it's in that
Keyflower
vein,
would
yeah.
be a
Or
little
Keyflow,
much.
you mean, oh,
Yeah, so I think
would
Keyflower would be a little much for him.
Gotcha.
But I
Yeah.
think I could probably get him into this game, and he loves the cute little animals. And then once he recognizes the icons in this game, Keyflower becomes that much easier to teach. So I think in certain circumstances, it's an appropriate
And
in
it's
between.
interesting,
that.
Eric in chat said Sushi Go to Seven Wonders to Keyflow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of you could go Sushi Go, Keyflow, and now that you've got a kind of an idea of what the iconography and how things work,
Keyflower, yeah.
moving into Key, but that's a big jump.
Nah, it might
I
be
also
much.
wonder whether it would actually throw it off.
Yeah.
Because, again, the
not
fact
the
that it
same.
feels
Yeah,
so
see,
different,
and that's
you
a
get
good
the
point,
uncanny
too.
valley in the reverse effect, and then you'd be shooting yourself in the foot for such a wonderful game
That's a good
to be
point.
put off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone was saying, should I get this? I mean, the first thing I'd say is, well, do you have Seven Wonders? And if you have Seven Wonders, then the question is, do I want another game that's like Seven Wonders in feel, but, gives different mechanics, because I'm kind of a bit tired of Seven Wonders and I want something different. If you do, then this is something worth thinking about. I was thinking about it before tonight's play, and I was thinking, well, what if you haven't got Seven Wonders? Would I say to get this one? And I was kind of, well, I'm not sure. Now I'm much more go for Seven Wonders. I think there's something about the way it sets up the interaction that makes it a better game for its niche. And I certainly wouldn't want to play this with 4 people. I mean, this would have to be 5 or 6 players, I feel, to make it worth the simultaneous action.
Okay.
And then there's a whole thing about simultaneous play that kind of, I always have this mixed feeling about it, because simultaneous play works really well at allowing lots of people and a game that flows really nicely. And that's, of course, the glory of Seven Wonders. But the problem with simultaneous play is it really encourages I'm not looking at what
blinders.
anyone else is
Right.
doing.
Yeah.
We're not joking with each other like we were with De Vulgari Eloquentium.
Yeah.
Where instead we're very silent a hell of a lot in this game.
Yeah, that's true.
And it reminds me, I picked up a game a few years ago called Steampunk Rally. It's a Roxley game.
Yep.
Again, I bought it because it's simultaneous action, plays up to 8 players. I was thinking, cool. And then I played it a few times, and my God, you're totally fixated
Yeah.
on your
Blinders
own.
on,
It's this brilliant theme, but you're so totally isolated. I kind of, no, I don't. I
Yeah.
want to interact with people.
Yeah.
And simultaneous play, I think it's very hard to pull that off.
Yeah.
I think Seven Wonders kind of gets there. The big surprise for doing it is Race for the Galaxy. Because Race for the Galaxy is intensely interactive while
Yes.
still being simultaneous play. There's some really interesting design decisions, I think, around trying to get the simultaneous action
Interaction,
while at the same time actually getting some meaningful interaction for people like me who want that from a game.
And for me, the last thoughts on this are, I don't know that I entirely agree that Go for Seven Wonders as a clear-cut favorite, but you've obviously played it more than I have, and you've played it more recently than I have. I think you could make a case going either direction, but I do think that that's the right comparison that people should be making. If people are asking, should I get Keyflow or Keyflower, completely different animals.
Yeah, it's-
Whereas Keyflower is a considerably heavier game, a much longer time investment, and just a lot more meaty decisions. And as we all agree, it's a great game. We all love Keyflower. I thought, oh, you haven't played it yet.
I've seen it. I've played sitting in.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But this is, the comparison,
Yeah.
it needs to be somewhere in a different direction than Keyflower. Anything else?
Eric mentioned Between Two Cities too.
I'll have to take your word for it on that.
I haven't tried it.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, good. Appreciate it, everybody. That was fun. That was
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yep.
The discussion more so than the game. Am I wrong?
No.
And that's not to say that the game was an unpleasant experience.
No.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed my
Yeah.
play of it,
Yep.
but ultimately, I think it's fine. It's a game on a pile of games, and as Martin has put so many times, there's so many games. Gaming time is limited. Where do you want to invest it? So there you go. So thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe down below. Really appreciate it. And if you want to go one step further, I really would appreciate that. Supporting the show, going over to pledgehc.com and supporting the show that way. That said, tomorrow we'll have the setup video for Space Corp, and then the big full 3-era live stream, 7 o'clock on Friday, coming at you for Space Corp. Looking forward to that. So, yeah, that's about it. Check out the podcast over on heavycardboard.com or your favorite podcast app. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm Edward.
Jess.
Ariel.
Martin.
All right, you guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.